Did you know that over 4.2 million Filipinos live in the United States? That's right. Filipinos are one of the largest Asian American communities, and their presence is felt far and wide. But have you ever wondered where most Filipinos live in the US? The answers might surprise you. Filipinos have built strong, vibrant communities across America. Whether it's through healthcare, business, the military, or culture, their impact is undeniable. From the bustling streets of New York City to the sunny beaches of California and Hawaii, Filipinos have made every place they settle a little brighter and more welcoming. In this countdown, we're revealing the top 10 US states with the largest Filipino populations. You'll learn not just where they live, but also why these states attract so many Filipinos and how they've shaped their communities there. Number 10, Virginia. Let's kick off the list with Virginia, home to about 110,000 Filipinos. You might be wondering, why Virginia? The answer lies in its deep military connections. Virginia is home to Naval Station Norfolk, the largest US Navy base in the world. The long-standing ties between the Philippines and the US Navy have led to many Filipino-American families settling here. Many Filipino sailors who served in the US Navy decided to stay, and their families followed suit. Beyond the military, Filipinos in Virginia thrive in government, healthcare, and tech jobs. With Washington, D.C. nearby, many professionals commute to work in federal agencies, hospitals, and corporate offices. Virginia also knows how to celebrate Filipino culture. Number 9, New Jersey. New Jersey is home to about 130,000 Filipinos, many of whom enjoy the perks of living near New York City without the overwhelming costs. A large portion of the community works in finance, medicine and technology, commuting to NYC while enjoying a more suburban lifestyle. Filipinos have been part of New Jersey's history since the early 1900s, and their presence has only grown. Cities like Jersey City, Edison and Bergenfield have some of the highest concentrations of Filipinos. In fact, Bergenfield is over 20% Filipino. The community gathers annually at the Philippine-American Friendship Festival in Jersey City to celebrate their heritage with food, music and dance. Number 8, Florida. With 143,000 Filipinos, Florida is a favorite, especially among retirees. The warm climate and lower cost of living make it an attractive alternative to life in the Philippines. Cities like Tampa, Orlando, Miami and Jacksonville all have growing Filipino populations. Many Filipinos in Florida work in healthcare and tourism, thriving in jobs as nurses, caregivers and hospitality professionals. The state's military bases in Jacksonville and Pensacola also bring in Filipino service members and veterans. Filipino culture is celebrated at events like Tampa's PhilFest, a massive gathering featuring delicious food, traditional dance, and live entertainment. Number 7, New York, the city that never sleeps or stops eating Filipino food. New York is home to 145,000 Filipinos, with a large concentration in New York City and Long Island. The Filipino presence here dates back to the early 1900s, but the 1965 Immigration Act led to a surge of Filipino immigrants, particularly in healthcare, finance, and hospitality. Filipino culture is deeply woven into NYC life. Popular restaurants like Jeepney and Tito Rad's Grill serve up authentic Filipino cuisine, while the Philippine Independence Day Parade on Madison Avenue draws over 100,000 attendees each year. Despite the high cost of living, New York offers unbeatable career opportunities and a strong Filipino support network. Number 6, Nevada, the Filipino Vegas takeover. Nevada has a rapidly growing Filipino population of 167,000, with Las Vegas being a major hub. So why are so many Filipinos flocking here? Jobs, affordability and community. Many Filipinos work in casinos, hotels and healthcare. In fact, Sunrise Hospital employs a large number of Filipino nurses as the demand for healthcare workers continues to rise. Filipino-owned businesses, grocery stores and restaurants thrive here, and events like Pista Sa Neon make it easy for the community to stay connected. With no state income tax and lower housing costs, Nevada is an attractive alternative to pricey California. Number 5, Illinois, the Filipino heart of the Midwest. Illinois is home to 172,000 Filipinos, with Chicago as the center of the community. Many Filipinos arrived in the 1960s and 70s as medical professionals, taking advantage of the growing need for skilled nurses and doctors. Today, thousands of Filipino healthcare workers are employed at prestigious hospitals like Northwestern Memorial and Rush University Medical Center. The community is especially strong in neighborhoods like Albany Park and Skokie, where Filipino restaurants and stores line the streets. Every year, the Philippine Independence Day Parade in downtown Chicago draws crowds from all over the Midwest. Number 4, Washington Filipinos in tech and beyond. Washington State is home to 180,000 Filipinos with a deep history that dates back to the early 1900s. Many early Filipino migrants worked in Alaska's fishing industry and Washington's lumber mills, laying the foundation for today's thriving community. Now, Filipinos in Washington excel in healthcare, aviation, and tech. Many are employed at major companies like Microsoft, Boeing, and Amazon. Seattle's Beacon Hill neighborhood is a stronghold of Filipino-American culture, and the annual Pista Sanayon Festival brings thousands together to celebrate their heritage. Number 3, Texas, the Filipino boom state. With 234,000 Filipinos, Texas is quickly becoming a top Filipino destination. Unlike California and Hawaii, Texas has only recently emerged as a major hub, thanks to its booming economy and lower cost of living. Cities like Houston, Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio have seen major Filipino growth. Houston's Texas Medical Center is a major employer of Filipino nurses. Meanwhile, the Dallas-Fort Worth area has seen a 50% increase in its Filipino population over the last decade. The annual Philippine Independence Day Festival in Houston is a major celebration that brings the community together. Number 2, Hawaii, the most Filipino state. Hawaii is home to 385,000 Filipinos, making up 9% of the state's total population, the highest percentage in any U.S. state. Filipinos have been in Hawaii since 1906, when they arrived to work on sugarcane plantations. Today, they are deeply rooted in healthcare, education, and politics. Cities like Honolulu, Oahu, and Iwa Beach have strong Filipino communities, and Waipahu is over 50% Filipino. Filipino culture thrives through restaurants like Jollibee and Goldilocks, and events like the annual Filipino Fiesta celebrate the community's rich traditions. With its tropical climate and family-oriented culture, Hawaii feels like home for many Filipinos. Number 1, California, the Filipino capital of America. With a staggering 1.68 million Filipinos, California has the largest Filipino population in the US, making up nearly 40% of all Filipinos in the country. Filipinos have been in California since the 1920s, working in agriculture and seafood canneries. After the 1965 Immigration Act, the Filipino population surged, particularly in Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco. Daly City, often called Little Manila, is over 33% Filipino, the highest percentage of any US city. Many Filipinos thrive in healthcare, tech, and business, making California the ultimate Filipino hub in America. From the West Coast to the East, Filipinos have built strong, thriving communities across the US. Whether it's through food, culture, or careers, Filipinos continue to make a lasting impact in these 10 states. Did your state make the list? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.